Welcome to Thinking Outside the Blocks. It's not just a TV show, but a different way of thinking. A way of thinking that leads us to be self-sufficient, self-reliant, and self-employed. Join us as we walk in the shoes of those who are paving their own way to success. You always hear of the glory of business success. Now we show you the story, Thinking Outside the Blocks.
In this segment of Looking Back to Look Forward, we focus on the life and achievements of the wealthiest black man of his era, Reginald F. Lewis. Reginald Lewis was born to a working-class family in East Baltimore on December 7, 1942. He grew up prior to the Civil Rights era in the midst of blatant discrimination and exclusion, which some suspect fueled a young Reginald's drive and desire for excellence. His lifelong desire for wealth and success was evident as he shined in the classroom, boardroom, and on the playing field, lettering in football, baseball, and basketball in high school. He went on to attend Harvard Law School and became a successful corporate lawyer before reinventing himself into a financier and buyer of corporations. Known as a tough negotiator and brilliant business strategist, Lewis moved into an elite circle of Wall Street dealmakers and reigned over a commercial empire spanning 4 continents, making himself the wealthiest black man in history during that period. Lewis garnered great respect as he put together one phenomenal deal after another. His greatest feat was the purchase of Beatrice International Foods, a global giant with 64 companies in 31 different countries for just under $1 billion, outbidding several multinational companies like Citigroup, who utilize large teams of accountants, lawyers, and financial advisors. Reginald achieved his success utilizing both financial and legal savvy to achieve the most spectacular buyout of a company the size of Beatrice in an era of similar acquisitions. In Lewis, we recognize a man of boundless ambition and legendary work ethic who would not accept defeat of any kind as he overcame great obstacles time and time again. In January of 1993, at the young age of 50, Reginald Lewis died of brain cancer. He left behind a personal fortune estimated at $400 million and putting him on the list of the 400 wealthiest Americans. In his last years, Lewis gave away large amounts of money to various charities and causes for the betterment of society, and in him we find inspiration from a great man and pioneer. Today, we honor Reginald F. Lewis.
Now, many of us, when we come from high school, the counselors, our parents, they say to us, go to college, get an education, get a great job. If we're going to be honest, we all know it doesn't always work that way.
Sounds good. It doesn't always work out that way.
Right.
Pull me to the side and say, Steve, how do I get the best job? How do I become that best student?
Right.
And it's no secret. It's the secret to life. It's what you put into it.
Okay.
It's your work ethic. For me, it was my attendance. Because if you show up every day, they could teach you. And if they could teach you, you will be successful.
I mean, everything is done by automated services or computers now, but when you open a door for somebody or you help them with their baby stroller up into your store, you know, that means something. People not used to getting that one-on-one service. We just came up with a campaign. Even though we send the books to prison, jail is for suckers. So we trying to let people know that jail, that's enough of that. You know, leave that alone and get into these books and start taking care of your children and your families. You know, even though we talk about sales and we talk about business, when it comes down to it, we got to get ourselves together.